Alrighty guys, I'm DJ and I'm going to do a review on this G4 I just picked up. Dangerous Power has not had very good guns in the past. The G3 was a disaster to me. Didn't shoot very well. It had the old spider dip switches in it. It just wasn't made very well. It was made very cheap. It should have been more of a $150 to $200 gun instead of a $300 gun. So we're going to focus in here and get us a little bit on the G4. I'm going to open this box up. Always got the padding. No matter what gun you get, you're going to have padding. And I already went ahead and put the Invader grips on this thing. I've had it for a little while and just hadn't had time to do a review on it. Been playing and working and such. But overall, man, that's a pretty light gun. You know, it's not a heavy gun. But they did a little bit better on the internals. They went ahead and put the two normal dip switches like the dies, the protos, on and on and on and on. But they gave a little bit better trigger this time too, more like a Violent series trigger. I give the trigger a good 9 out of 10. I mean, it's a good feeling trigger. It's not the best, but the improvements would give it such a high rankings in my opinion. The milling was okay. I don't really get much into milling. They changed the reg a little bit. Not a big deal. Of course, it had the normal DP grips on it. And like I said, I changed them to the Empire Invaders. Still a huge fan of the Wraps ASA from Dangerous Power. That's one of the best things that they've come out with in paintball. I mean, awesome ASA in my opinion. So easy. You know, it's just, you know, degas, gas. I mean, very simple setup. You know, still got the patented Dangerous Power feed neck. Pretty nice low-rise feed neck. You know, you definitely, when you spend $300 on this gun, you really don't have to upgrade it at all. And there's really nothing to do. You know, the board is fine. You know, it's good. There's no reason you should have to change the board out unless you're just obsessive compulsive. I'm not going to take the bolt engine or anything apart. Basically, it's the exact same bolt engine as the G3. They didn't change anything. But the board made a big difference from the G3 to the G4. A lot better board, a lot easier to use, and not that cheap spider dip switch stuff. But anyway, you know, basically everything else is pretty cool on this thing. It's a good shooter for $300. Definitely a good starter gun. You know, I'd put it up there with the Mini. Is it as good as the Mini? No. I still give the Mini good because I've had 4 Minis and I have broke no paint in them, and I kept buying them and trading for them because I wanted to find one that did break paint to prove them wrong. They have proved me wrong so far. I haven't found one that'll break paint. I have played with this one for about 3 cases through it and haven't broke paint yet. Not going to say I won't. I think every gun at one time breaks paint, but the Mini I put about 17 cases through and never broke paint. So this one's got a long way to go. Anyway, we'll go back to get back to the gun later. Of course, you got the foaming for the gun. Nothing special. Come with your little Dangerous Power manual. You know, full color manual. Pretty simple. You know, guys, I know nobody likes to read, but please, man, especially if you never owned an electronic gun, please read your manual. It'll help. You know, they're not long. Pretty good little manual. It says everything you need to know. And just the plain old stock, I believe it's 14-inch maybe, stock barrel. Nothing special. It comes with you know, comes with your little Dangerous Power, you know, barrel socket. It came with some O-rings and stuff, and I've took those out by now. I just want to mainly focus on the gun today, and everybody knows that you get little knick-knack things. But yeah, I give the gun, out of 10, man, I give the gun a 7. You know, it's still not as good as a Mini, so it puts it down there. The reason I give it a 7 is you know, it's still a low-end marker. You know, still not going to be as good as the Mini. Still not up there with, I think the Etha's a better shooter than it is. Dangerous Power just needs to step their game up a little bit. You know, they need to have better regs. You know, they're always going to have the cheap barrel. It's a cheap gun. I think they need to do a little bit more with their bolts and quit worrying about their milling and their things like that, the cosmetic things, and start worrying more about their internals. Decent board. Still not a fan of the Dangerous Power boards, but it is a better board for beginners. Another thing they did change, they don't have that sticky button anymore. They've got a one push button. That was a big deal. To get that little trashy push button thing out of there off the G3 and give you a simple little gray button that was better. Definitely a better idea. That was a great setup. Great upgrade for the G4 from the G3. Yeah, 7 out of 10 on the scale. Like I said, still not as good as the Mini, but good beginner gun. I'd recommend it to somebody that's just learning how to play or wanting to upgrade to an electronic gun from like a manual or a pump. Things like that, semi-autos. But that's about all I've got. I appreciate you guys watching, and subscribe if you like it, and post and comment. Thank you.